Let us first briefly go through what the controversy is. Chitra Ramakrishna was appointed Joint MD of NSE in 2009 and was promoted to CEO in 2013. Besides playing a key role at NSE, she was also closely involved with the team that put in place a framework to set up the Securities and Exchange Board of India. After she took over as chief executive, NSE's daily average turnover, including both cash and derivatives, doubled to 3.5 trillion rupees from 1.6 trillion rupees in the 3.5 years. But now the flip side. In February 2022, the Securities and Exchange Board of India charged Ramakrishna and other NSE officials for alleged governance lapses and for violating securities contract rules in the hiring at the senior levels. This was associated with the appointment of Anand Subramanian as the Chief Strategic Advisor and his redesignation as Group Operating Officer and Advisor to MD. Subramanian, a mid-level official in one of Balmer Lorry's subsidiaries in Calcutta, suddenly became Ramakrishna's principal advisor. He moved into the office with all the authority and had access to all the information at the high security exchange. And when questioned, Ramakrishna told the probe agency that she did all this on the directions of a yogi, which were passed on to her through an email. Now, according to a letter written by former NSE chairman Ashok Chawla to the Securities and Exchange Board of India, the mysterious Himalayan yogi could be none other than Anand Subramanian. Subramanian was Group Operating Officer of the NSE and advisor to Ramakrishna during 2015-16. He joined as Chief Strategic Advisor in April 2013. Chawla's letter, dated July 6, 2018, and addressed to Madhavi Puri Butch, former whole-time member of SEBI, provides evidence of why Subramanian was behind the email address rig@outlook.com, which the latest SEBI order says belongs to an unknown person. According to the letter, which has been reviewed by Business Standard, the Skype accounts in the name of Anand.Subramanian9 and Sironmoney.10, which were found on Mr. Subramanian's NSE desktop, were configured in the Skype application database and linked to the email ID rig@outlook.com and the mobile number used by Mr. Subramanian. Further, the Word documents sent from the said email ID show the author as Subramanian, and the difference between the time of creation of documents and the time of email attachments was only a few minutes. Also, images sent from the email ID had a geotag of the address of Subramanian's Chennai residence. It mentioned the email ID rig@outlook.com showed a booking made at Umaid Bhavan Palace around the same time Subramanian's bank statement showed payment of around 2.4 lakh rupees made to the hotel. In a reply to a query by Business Standard, Chawla said, "The basis of my letter was an EY forensic audit. I have nothing to say." The SEBI order issued this month also stated that a forensic investigation by EY had concluded that the unknown person was Subramanian. Interestingly, on June 20, 2018, NSE board members Dinesh Kanabar and Prakash Parthasarathy grilled Ramakrishna about the identity of the unknown person with whom she exchanged correspondence. The former NSE CEO told them that she believed the person was a Siddha Purusha who had no physical persona and could materialize at will. According to the letter, Ramakrishna told the NSE board members that the confidential information shared by her wasn't used for personal or monetary gains. She further told them that while she took guidance from the spiritual person, all her decisions in the course of her work were her alone. SEBI whole-time member Anant Barua, however, has held that the report doesn't provide conclusive finding that Subramanian was the unknown person. Legal experts said SEBI orders are quasi-judicial in nature, where the adjudicating officer has the liberty to conclude one way or the other based on the evidence. After whistleblower complaints against Subramanian emerged in 2015, SEBI wrote to the NSE on 3 occasions between March 2016 and September 2016, seeking an explanation. The NSE, which was then headed by Ramakrishna, was evasive. This prompted SEBI to send 3 more reminders in October, November, and December. Finally, in November 2017, the exchange's Nomination and Remuneration Committee submitted a detailed report. SEBI then embarked upon a tedious exercise of going through voluminous documents of the NSE's board meetings. internal committee meetings, and HR records for a period between 2013 and 2016 to establish lapses and fix responsibility at the NSE. Ramakrishna's email correspondence to the unknown person came to SEBI's notice only in 2018. In 2019, SEBI composed a detailed examination report. Within months, it issued show-cause notices to the NSE, Ramakrishna, Subramanian, and former MD and CEO Ravi Narain, and 2 others. The regulator then had to provide hearing opportunities to all the individuals. The process was further delayed by the outbreak of COVID-19. The final order in the matter culminated in February 2022.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.